Hi everyone, welcome to Nareen Saifuddin MS. This is Nareen and it's time for a Motivation Monday. And not only is it a Motivation Monday, but it's day 120, which means that if we had only 30-day months, this would be month 4 that would be ending right now. And that is very, very exciting considering that, it is December 29th. Sorry, it's past midnight. But yeah, it is December 29th. And, so that just means that in 2 days it's going to be the 31st. And of course, after that, on a thoughtful Thursday, we are going to be bringing in the new year. So that is very exciting. But of course, apart from that, I just wanted to give you a little bit of motivation, and that today just happens to be something that I realized earlier today, that on focusing a little bit on one side of my body, uh, most usually my left side, because it is weaker. um, you know I forgot to give the same amount of focus to my right side, and it just so happens to be that now there are certain things that I can do better with some muscles on the left side of my body better than some of the muscles on the right side of my body, um, which honestly I did not expect to happen, because I just felt that my left side was you know significantly weaker than my right side. So, you know, while yes, it's not great that my right side is getting weaker than my left side, it's also very, I look at it in a better light. I like to spin things so that, you know, to the point where I can say that now, my left side is actually stronger than my right side. And so now I do need to do the exercises so that both my left and my right side have to, you know, get to the same level. And that is, the whole, you know, uh, the whole theme I wanted this Motivation Monday to be about, which is, when we do focus on doing something very well to just address one of the weaknesses, at times it can become a strength. And, when it does do that, usually it, may mean that, you might be overlooking sort of your previously strong side. But more than that, it just means that, now it's time to actually make sure that you are pretty much giving the same amount of time, the same amount of effort to both sides of your body. And, that excites me because I realize now, that, you know, considering that, I've been going to the gym for, I want to say, since September of 2024, that, it took about a year and 3 months to actually get a certain part of my body to actually become stronger than the right side of my body, which was previously the stronger area. And so, at some times when we focus on becoming strong, we generally don't tend to see or feel the effects as much. But it is happening, and I'm so glad that I'm able to notice it right now. And of course, I will start to focus now on getting an equilibrium in between my left and my right sides. And I do hope that when I continue on this journey, and it's so great that this is actually happening at the end of this year, because then I can focus 2026 almost entirely on ensuring that, both sides of my body do end up, feeling more or less the same. But of course, this is one small thing. I think it was my shoulder muscle, which my trainer pointed out just looked a little bit bigger on my left side over my right side. Um, so let's see. I mean, it was the trap, so not exactly shoulders, but uh, you know, it just means that there is progress towards the end. It's just that you never know what the time frame is, right? It's just about being patient, just letting it happen over and over, being consistent, being as honest and truthful to yourself as possible, right? At certain times you might not be able to do it, but at other times that this is you pretty much being born, you pretty much have a lifelong contract with this body, and it's your sort of role to ensure that it keeps, it is maintained at the best of its ability. So that is one thing that I did want to share with you about what happens when the lopsided goes the other way around. But more than that, I'm just excited that there actually did come a time where I am noticing that certain things on my left side are a little stronger than my right, which means that now I can actually focus on my right to ensure that you know I am getting a little bit of balance. And while I work on that, of course there are other parts of my body where the left is still weaker than the right, so I also have to continue to work on that, in the same way where once the left becomes a little stronger than the right, then I know that I can start giving an equal amount of time to either side, so that you know it maintains a certain level of equilibrium. So with that being said, I do want to get your opinion, do want to get your insights, I do want to get your thoughts as to what I should maybe work on, what I should maybe focus on, and or how I should really evaluate the strength increasing on either side of my body, and how to maintain a general level of equilibrium across both sides, so that you know it doesn't come more as a shock when the left side of my body at any point in time gets a little stronger than the right. So with that said, I do hope you've had a great start to the week. It is the last week, last half week of 2025, so I hope you're getting ready to celebrate the new year. And with that said, this is Naren Saifat MS. I am Naren. Please do give your feedback. Please do give in your comments and your thoughts and experiences, so that we can get the conversation started. And with that said, good night, sweet dreams, and of course, goodbye.